Open garage door.
Opening the garage door.
Turn off driveway light. Welcome to my smart garage. Today I'm excited to take you on a tour of all the tech in this space that makes it not just a garage but a part of my fully connected smart home. Everything from gesture control cameras to smart lighting all the way down to smart garage doors. This garage is packed full with so much tech. Now, all of this tech help make the space functional, convenient, and just a little futuristic. Whether I'm working on a project, parking my car or washing my car, or grabbing something, everything here is designed to work together seamlessly. Now let's dive right into this tech and I'll tell you how I've used it to set up this space. Alexa, close garage door.
Closing. Hang on.
Starting out with the garage door, I do have a LiftMaster by Chamberlain installed here. Now this is a relatively newer model and it actually supports MyQ. However, I'm not a big fan of the MyQ system because you're limited to just the MyQ setup. So you can set up automations and routines that work with other parts of your smart home. To me, that's not really smart. However, I've installed a different system here to fix that problem. It's called the Connected. The Connected allows me to integrate my garage door opener into SmartThings, Amazon, and even Home Assistant. That way I can control it using voice, using Amazon or Apple. The only challenge with this system is that it doesn't work with the inbuilt camera system with my garage door, because my garage door comes with a camera right in there. So unfortunately, that system doesn't allow it to work. But again, I have so many other cameras in this garage that I have no need for that guy. One of the automations I have set up with my garage door is when the garage door opens up, the light comes on and the camera starts to record. And that way it alerts me if there's a person inside of the garage. I can also control this from within my car as well.
Closing the garage door.
Over here, I have my outdoor maintenance tool set, the Morator S1 and the Yabo. The Morator is a remote controlled lawnmower that helps with keeping my yard in check over the summer months, while the Yabo essentially also mows the lawn but does other things like snow plowing, blowing leaves, and essentially towing stuff as well, and all the outdoor yard maintenance you would need. I keep them stored in my garage ready to go anytime. And this is one of the things that makes this space multifunctional. If you'd like to see more on the Morator, I've made a lot of videos about it over this past summer months. But now that summer is over, I'm going to be putting it back in storage under my garage stairs. The Yabo is going to be taking care of my snow needs over the winter months. I have installed the snow plow blade for the first few months when the snow is going to be wet. But as we start to progress into the season, I'm going to install the snow blower units that's going to help with heavier and thicker snow. If you'd like to see more about the Yabo, I'm going to be posting a lot of content about it over winter months, as this is going to be my first season using this unit extensively. Both units get stored right under there. This is where I keep all my other maintenance units like my vacuum units and other cleaning supplies as well. Now, one thing I've done here with the lighting is to install an hexagon light that I've plugged into an Eve outlet. Now the Eve outlet allows me to remotely turn the light on and off. I've set up a bunch of automation routines that allow me to be able to turn it on and off using gesture control or buttons. For my lighting, I do have the Eve Matter smart switch here. I really love this switch because of its flush and sleek design. It helps it blend seamlessly into the wall. And I like that it doesn't look like a traditional light switch. And it uses capacitive touch as well. So I can just tap it to turn the light on and off. I've also set up automation routines with this light such that when the garage door opens up, it turns on this light switch. However, it is not just limited to that. The Eve Matter light switch supports multi-way configuration. In this case, where I have two light switches that control one light fixture, one at the bottom here and one light switch at the top. The Eve also is Matter compatible, which means I'm able to integrate it into all the platforms. So I currently have it integrated with Amazon, Google, SmartThings, and Apple, and even a car. When I was planning out the lighting of this space, I basically just lit up the entire space using the hexagon lighting across the entire ceiling. But at the time, I didn't account for the fact that I'm going to be having different use cases in this garage. After using it for a couple of months, I discovered that I don't always need all the lights turned on at all the time. However, this entire light fixture is controlled by the Eve Matter smart switch. So that kind of made it a little bit of a challenge to separate the lighting. However, I've used the Zemi Smart inline module to be able to break up the light into two sections. That way, it allows me independent control of each of the lights. I can control it separately by voice, buttons, switches, and even by phone. Alexa, turn on garage backlight.
Okay.
Turn off garage backlight.
Okay.
Moving on to security cameras and hub in here, I actually use the Aqara G3 camera / hub. Now, one of the reasons I love this device is because it combines so many features into one portable device. I really love this device because it's a small but mighty device. It actually has so many things packed inside of it. It has an infrared transmitter, a Zigbee radio, it supports Apple HomeKit secure video, and it supports Matter, and also doubles as a security camera. It also has something called gesture controls. Look at this. You'll notice that the TV just came on. I can do this as well. That turns on the overhead light here. And if I do this, and it turns on my understair light. I'm just gonna turn that off. Sorry about that. This device allows up to 5 different gesture controls. So you can do this, 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 and you can assign them to different devices. And one beauty of this device supporting Matter means I can bring in more devices into the Aqara Smart Home platform because the gesture control only works within the Aqara platform. I've been able to bring in all of my Eve smart switches and outlets, my overhead lighting, the Zemi Smart inline modules, my TV's IR and sound system, and all the other devices that support Matter in this garage into the Aqara system there, and I'm able to assign them gesture controls. The only thing is it doesn't work outside of the Aqara system, so you need to use the Aqara system, and only devices that are supported within Aqara will work for it. It also has a 2K camera quality that works with Apple HomeKit secure video. So that way, all of your footages can be stored towards the iCloud instead of having it stored to some other third-party platform. When it comes to the multimedia in here, I have the Sony Bravia 55-inch Android TV. Although I don't use the Android TV on this TV because it is actually extremely slow and completely unusable. So to solve that problem, I've plugged in a Fire Stick to this TV. Although I'm not a fan of Fire Sticks and Chromecast devices, primarily because I don't trust their privacy options. One major reason that makes me think that way is because of Netflix. I have over 7 different Apple TVs scattered between my house and other locations, and they all work flawlessly. However, none of them works on any of my Chromecast or Fire Stick devices. Now, this has led me to believe that Amazon and Google shares my information with third-party providers like Netflix to make sure that Netflix is able to track all of my accounts. Apple, on the other hand, has very stringent privacy policies. They don't have any skin in the game like Amazon and Google that feeds off of people's data and information. And this has led me to replace all of the devices in my house with Apple TVs, and my primary smart home platform is Apple HomeKit, and all of my devices are iPhones. The only place where I use Amazon is in my garage here, and that's because of the cost implication. For years, I've always used Fire Sticks and Chromecast, so I kind of have a lot of those devices laying around. Since I didn't want to go out there and spend another $200 on an Apple TV just for the garage, so I have made my garage an Amazon zone. So everything here can be controlled with Amazon using voice or even the app. For the control for voice, I use the Echo Dot first gen. And this is the very first Amazon Echo device I bought when it first came out. Even though the speaker quality on this thing is absolutely garbage, I love the fact that it has an auxiliary port. Now, this auxiliary port has helped me solve a major problem here. If you look over down there, I have a very old sound system. It's the Bose 321 speaker. It's about almost 12 years old. It has no smart features, but I don't want to get rid of it. I want to still be able to make use of it here. So in order to solve the problem of connecting it between my TV and the speaker, I've done something called the Alexa Home Theater system. And this feature basically allows you to use any Alexa enabled device as part of an home theater setup with your Fire Stick. Now, since I have a Fire Stick in here and I have an Echo Dot here, I created an Amazon Home Theater group. And then using the auxiliary port on the Echo Dot, I connected it to the sound system. So now it's using my sound system as my home theater setup. Although my garage is an Amazon zone, I still need the ability to be able to play music from my iPhone whenever I need to in the garage. So in order to solve that problem, I have added an AirPlay feature to my sound system. Now if you look down here, I have this device. It's called the whichh. The whichh basically converts any speaker and adds the AirPlay 2 capability to that device. Now using the optical cable behind the AirPlay, I have connected it to another port on that sound system. So now I can cast music from my iPhone, my laptop, or even my TV and use it as part of a multi-room setup if I need to play music across the entire house or just only within the garage using my iPhone. To keep track of the temperature and humidity levels inside of my garage, I have this device here. It's called the Eve Indoor Air Quality Monitor. It actually has a display screen that displays the current temperature and humidity level, as well as the air quality index in this space. Right now, the air quality is just about 3-star out of a 5, which isn't the best, but not too bad as well. The downside to this device is it supports only HomeKit. However, there's a workaround. You can pair it to Home Assistant using HomeKit Bridge and then connect it to other devices. But I just kind of kept it purely to HomeKit. I added another temperature sensor and humidity sensor to this garage here. It is a third reality humidity and temperature sensor light. It has no display, so you can't physically see it. You can only interface with it through any other third-party hubs like the Samsung SmartThings hub or the third reality hub. I like it here because I'm able to integrate into my Samsung SmartThings dashboard to be able to get an holistic view of the temperature trends across the entire house. I use Samsung SmartThings for a lot of data collection, so I'm able to analyze trends across my house. So I can look at things like the temperature, humidity, as well as energy usage over time. So I try to make sure that I have devices in every part of my house that integrate into Samsung SmartThings so I can kind of get an holistic view of how my house is doing overall. Now over here is this small but mighty device. This is the Flick Twist. Now this thing can do so much. Now you can push, twist, double push, and assign all of those functions to different devices. You can do this for up to 12 different devices. So 12 different devices and each of them having 3 of those functions. Now that's a lot. Now while that is great, it's also very, very difficult to remember what you've assigned to what. Flick sells stickies that you can put on there so you know what is assigned to what. For me, my primary goal is to make sure that I have multiple ways to control every single device in this garage. From being able to use gesture controls to control all the devices here, to being able to use my phone, voice, and even the Flick Twist. So I've assigned it to be able to control the light as well. So if I turn the Flick Twist here, and if I do a single push, it turns on the front light of my garage. If I push it again, it turns it off. And a double push will turn on the back light of the garage. Once I do that, it turns it off. Then I can twist again, and then that will control the LED light. I also have a third reality motion sensor installed. This sensor helps automate lighting in the garage, turning on the light as soon as I walk in, which is especially useful if my hands are full. The third reality sensor integrates seamlessly with my setup, making sure that the garage is always well lit when I need it. For ambient lighting, I use a combination of Nanoleaf and Twinkly. Now, on the back side here, I have a Mata Nanoleaf Essentials LED light strip that I've strung behind my workbench. And then at the very top, I have the Nanoleaf lines. Now, one thing I've done here is to kind of create a wall of my passion. So at the very center there, you can see that I have my element there. Now that used to be the element when I used to ride motorcycles back in the days. I'm hoping to be able to go back to it at some point, but for now, I kind of have to put it on hold. And then on the left-hand side there is a Porsche 911 GT. My dream is to be able to buy that car. So for now, I can only hang it up on the wall since I can put it in my garage. And then on the right hand side, I'm looking for something else that speaks to me. So whenever I travel or something, I'll fill up that spot there. So I'm gonna keep filling it up with things that matter to me. If you look over here, I have the twinkly light. I use it to accentuate the slat wall for my organization and peg system. One of the most practical features I've added to this garage is this slat wall. I chose a slat wall system because it's perfect for keeping everything organized, accessible, and off the floor, which maximizes space. I can easily hang up my tools, supplies, and even seasonal items, keeping them neat but within reach when I need them. What I like about the slat wall is its versatility. I can rearrange hooks, shelves, and baskets based on what I need for different projects, so it's super flexible. and it helps maintain the clean, streamlined look I'm going for, which is especially important when you've got so much smart tech around. This setup keeps the whole space efficient and functional without adding any clutter. And of course, for the backlighting, I'm using the Govee T1 LED strip. Over here is where I have my storage for all of my cleaning supplies. And I have just a basic motion sensor light in there just to light up all of the cleaning supplies. And then I have the towels at the very top. Nothing too crazy in here. And for cleaning stuff around the garage, washing my car and cleaning things around there as well, I have this guy here. It's an electric wall-mounted pressure washer from Giraffe. It is connected to my smart Eve outlet, so that way I'm able to keep track of the energy usage of this device over the month. I'm also able to remotely control it as well using the Flick, gesture control, as well as app and voice on all the smart home platforms because it supports Matter. The one downside of the Eve outlet is its lack of USB ports. I mean, it's 2024. USB is pretty much standard across so much devices, so I would have expected this outlet to at least come with at least one, but it comes with none. Pressure washer is electric. It has an 100-foot hose, so it can go around the garage, out of the garage, and even all the way to the back of the house. And it has an automatic shut off and start up mode, so squeezing it would automatically turn it on and releasing it would automatically turn it off. I've also connected it to a water outlet in my garage. Over here I have the charges for all the different types of batteries for all my power tools, drills, all of those live here. And then over here I have my Dyson V15 Detect. I'm able to use this in combination with my mop head here to clean the garage floor, and then of course the vacuum to clean and vacuum the garage or even inside of the house. It is run directly down through the floor all the way to the Eve energy outlet that's also underneath this platform. With the wall mount, I'm able to easily just take it out and use it. Just like that, it goes back to its automatic charging again. Now let's talk about one of the most noticeable upgrades in my garage, the Swiss rack flooring. I chose this specific flooring for its durability and how easily it transforms the look of this space. Swiss rack is designed to handle heavy loads and high traffic, which is perfect for a busy garage like mine. Plus, it's easy to clean. Any dust or debris just falls through the tiles, keeping the surface looking fresh without constant maintenance. I also like that the Swiss rack comes in a variety of colors and patterns, so I could pick something that complements the overall aesthetics that I'm going for. It ties everything together from the smart tech to the organization and really makes the garage feel polished and complete. If you're considering an upgrade for your own garage, I definitely recommend it as a way to add both functionality and style. And that wraps up my tour of my smart garage. Everything from lighting to security to entertainment and to climate control. Everything has been set up in a way that it has made my day-to-day use of this garage very easy and flexible. It is not perfect as is, and I'll continue to make changes and evolve with times. If you have questions about specific products that I've used in this video or would like to learn more, feel free to leave questions down in the comment section and I'll do my best to answer them. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Open the garage door.
Opening the garage door.